Esports award because we want to go for the hat trick.
Ooh, speaking of hat tricks, it's time to see how these two groups are going to do. It's Group B versus C, and we're back onto Bermuda. Let's see how these teams are going to do. Where is everyone going to be dropping? And are we going to be seeing roughly the same pace as we saw for A versus B? A versus B was fast, but is B versus C faster, slower, more strategic? Maybe everyone wants to have the blue zone. Lots of questions. We know E-Arena does love that blue zone, but is anyone going to contest them for it? I see someone there.
Yeah, I see.
Is that Flash?
The team.
Oh, I think it's one Team Flash in there.
Oh, yeah.
I see one guy is just sort of stuck himself in there.
We see, Evo's Divine this time. Evo's Phoenix are taking a break, but Evo's Divine have already engaged in a couple of scuffle against V Gaming. They've gotten an initial knockdown. One of those aggressive openings, but on the other hand, just like you said, Annie, we have E-Arena this time facing off against Farang, completely catching them off guard and getting the first blood for themselves, getting off Jembal.
Yeah, Jembal, I guess he just didn't get anything at all, so he was just sort of a little target there. Easy takedown, and E-Arena, I mean, they're free to sort of take that blue zone. Although Farang's still there, are they going to maybe try and ambush? We're not going to take a look at them now, but we've got Evos Divine here. They've got a nice little view here, as long as they can try and get that headshot, but they're not seeing it.
They know that there's one guy from V Gaming just hiding
Oh,
there. What a nade beyond.
Promote this man. Promotion.
Just knows where to shoot. I mean, this is... I guess we're getting the same start of opening. Oh, Evil's Divine are dropping in the same vicinity as one of the E-Arena members. Shut Up is nearby. Farang still getting pressure. E-Arena just flying it. Too bad. What was that shot? Onto limit.
I want to see what's going on. I mean, I just saw one of E-Arena just sort of fly into two players on the side of Evil's Divine. I think he did go down though. So. Yeah, or is that him? Maybe he'll Shut Up that actually jumped in there. He's going to actually lose that fight though. E-Arena, 3 players down. They've got 1 person left. It's Prote, and it might actually be a bad place to be.
Yeah, E-Arena kind of biting off more than they could chew.
Maybe getting a little too excited after those first 2 games.
Could be, a bit of that overheat. They've lost 2 members so far.
They're on cooldown. They played so good, they got a cooldown.
Evil's Divine actually paying a visit just now, but here the first down. Jembao just completely unaware, out in the open.
That's his second life, isn't it? He just came back, he was like, I'm dead again.
Thank you for ABAX. 5 eliminations for Evil's Divine. Too bad. Also expiring. Not a good start for Farang.
No, it's actually a pretty terrible start. I think we're so used to seeing Farang be one of those teams that either looks for kills or focuses more on trying to get that loot. And of course, we didn't really see them succeed when it comes to that looting game. But we are going to shift on over here to Anxiety's point of view. They are trying to apply some pressure, but very interesting. This is Evos Divine. It's not going to be a very easy fight at all. And if anything, I'm actually worried that they're just going to be baited into this.
Anxiety, what do you guys have? It's not going to be an easy fight. Evil's Divine have the high ground beyond getting spotted out, but your boy gotta land those shots. It's not sufficient to take out Beyond, but Anxiety actually have 1 member on the flank, so maybe this could be the game changer, but they have to make the decision quick. Yan Bindo unfortunately getting basically cornered. The ice grenade is taking him down. SPS outfights surrounding Team Flash. Yan Bin's going to be the first point of contact. Back exposed, time turner, drop down, buying a bit of time.
He's got no glue walls though, so he's sort of stuck here. Oh, he's going to actually borrow the glue walls.
They try to push for him, but in the end, SDS ends up finding Bio instead, who tries to help out his buddy, and now Yanbin is truly stranded. Another ice grenade. And he's getting shot from angles he couldn't even see. And finally, SDS getting that knocked down. Definitely an elimination secure. Yeah,
actually we're seeing 1 resurrection already actually. So Flash has brought another player back into this fight. Although Yan Bin unfortunately will be going down here. Anxiety's still going to try and chip away at Evos, and I mean so far they're not really chipping into this compound. I'm a little bit worried Anxiety's just getting baited in. They're like, they're not fighting back. Maybe they're scared of us? No. They're playing the Venus flytrap strat. It's just like you come in,
just wait for your prey to show up.
Snap.
Shin was able to be brought back up by his buddy. Gotta finish the fight though. SCS, can he do this? Unfortunately for G'day, not able to win that fight. A 2 vs 1, swings the corner, goes for the dry peek, but he just could not secure the kill. SPS backup has arrived. The cavalry now will try to push back.
No.
Team Flash, Shin is dead. Team Flash is out. SES move on.
Oh, painful. Flash needed some of those lethal shots, but most of them just ended up going into body shots or not landing at all. If they just got one of those knocks, they would have had the numbers advantage and it could have been a completely different situation. But now SES, they just bring back their players and they basically just reset back into this game.
Yeah, it's just very quick and decisive by SES.
Look at anxiety. They're still pincering EVOS. It never ends up there.
They're going to keep EVOS Divine at bay. This is definitely a good place for anxiety to be in, but EVOS, they have an option to kind of cut through Bullseye and maybe fight their way through E-Arena or just fight through anxiety.
Yeah. Another team we should be looking at here is actually in the center. So we're seeing Expand and Heavy, these two teams going into a bit of an engagement. Although it doesn't seem like any players have dropped. So it's just more or less a game of tactical peeking, you know, who gets headshot first.
I mean, Expand and Heavy might be the next, the next skirmish that's going to happen.
Could be.
Heavy is moving away from Expand, so both of them will split up. No contact just yet.
Alright, they're just bailing. They're like, nah, we're out. Play it safe. And to be fair, like the center of the map is pretty open, so they're not going to be punished for it, so
anxiety
unfortunate.
AXT also started moving away, so EVOS Divine will be safe just for a while. I mean, I feel like Jaboywa has eyes on one of the EVOS members.
I wonder if they're fake backing. They're saying like, alright, if we don't show ourselves, they think that we probably run around them.
Could be. I mean, you're also preying on EVOS Divine's instinct to avoid that blue zone, right? You gotta start running in. They are doing just that, but just gonna rendezvous at this corner. A-back is gonna get shot at.
They got a shop here as well. They can buy some stuff if they want to.
Finally make it into the safe haven in this building, so they have a point to hold out just for a while. Beyond will be the first one to at least make his way out. Just find another checkpoint for them to slowly pass through and avoid anxiety.
Not gonna lie, I'm really surprised that EVOS just got out of there scot-free. I was thinking maybe anxiety were gonna try and pressure them or pincer them in so that they're sort of stuck inside the outer circle, but I think they just wanted to maybe focus more on gatekeeping. Although as we can hear a lot of damage being thrown out here by King of Gamers, although Saka did go down. So okay, so Dewa getting that kill.
Just good long range shots. Ooh, finally some room to breathe. Get slower again.
Finally time for you to breathe.
It's not gonna last for long though. I mean, EVOS Divine might just end up fighting anxiety again. They're running into the same location, just separated by one freeway. The vehicle doesn't make it any better.
I mean, they're in, so the vehicle's just more or less there for an extra wall if you wanted to use it for that. Or maybe some roadkill, but we don't really see too many of those in games. They're pretty rare.
Yeah, wrong game. It's gotten a bit more rare. You know,
yeah.
There was, I think, like what? There was one season where everyone was actively looking for kills with vehicles.
Yeah, I mean, that was basically when teams are really starting to discover the Misha meta, no? Like, that was the only time where the vehicles are really viable. Other than that, I think most people are just worried about being blown up in their vehicle.
That is correct. Oh, we get this very saturated circle at the dam as well.
Northern circle. Interesting.
And look at anxiety. They are beeline towards that circle, but there are a couple of teams that they need to contend with. So EVOS Divine is one. We see V Gaming somehow. I think that's the respawn, and Van Tan just ends up in the middle of nowhere.
Right, so we've got a couple of teams being gatekept here. So EVOS are actually running into E-Arena. Now, I think out of all the teams, I'm really favoring E-Arena's position because if you think about it, all the teams are coming in from the southern side of the map, right? So anyone stuck towards the bottom section, they're going to have to really compete with everyone else to try and get into that circle. E-Arena, though, they just kind of stuck with gatekeeping, or they could, if they want to, just sit down, find a spot, and let everyone else kill each other off. But so let's see what happens, Husky, because I think we're about to see a lot of action here.
I mean, anxiety have already taken out A-backs, and Sam 13 also down. NoHo putting up a bit of work. Jump God, can he save this though? God Toby actually tries to go for the rush, but ends up getting punished, and now V Gaming shows up, the third party, working absolutely well. Jaboywa completely caught unaware, and look how the tables have turned. Anxiety are the ones that are out in the open. And unfortunately, I don't think there's any way for them to survive. This Shoma is the third to go. Anxiety down to just one member.
He's outside the circle as well, all alone. I mean, that's the worst place to be if you're the final player of your team. You've got no compounds to work with. You got to make friends with the trees if you want to blend in. It's going to be pretty tough. Because you're kind of hoping that the teams are busy fighting with each other, that you don't get spotted. But look at this. He's going to run right behind one of the teams. And there we go. Konoho getting eliminated by Heavy.
Heavy just doing a great job. Both Vietnam teams capitalizing on that chaos. They are down one member. Evos is nearby them, but gotta keep our eyes on V Gaming and Heavies. So far, there is a couple of exchange. Heavy, they will be relying a bit more on that glue wall just to stay out in the open because they know they have to run straight into V Gaming. You also have Evos Divine shooting at them. Attack all around is also doing the same. Heavy getting pressure from 3 different angles.
It's so chaotic, actually. So E-Arena are the ones that's just sort of chilling because everyone's trying to make their way to a more favorable position. The circle is going to go more towards the dam. Diwa Esports will be going down. They were fighting with Expand, who were able to come out of there pretty scot-free. But again, E-Arena just focusing here on kills. And we do have V Gaming here. They're going to try and fight for this compound. Heavy is nearby, and Attack All Around are the ones that's going to be gatekeeping that western side of the circle. It's going to be a pretty tough way to get in there because not too many buildings, not too many trees to hide behind. You've got to stock up on glue walls, and look at the glue wall situation for a lot of these teams. You're only looking at 1, 2, none. Uh-oh.
This is we might see a 3-way fight later on at Evos' side, but as I'll find we're gonna do with E-Arena first. Fortunately, they are losing members. They're also ticking down thanks to the blue zone. G'day. Last man alive. The entirety of E-Arena is surrounding him. He's going to try and retrieve some of his teammates, bring them back up on their feet. As Evil's Divine, on the other hand, will be left with just Mr. 05 being the last survivor. Can he hold on to the round though? Getting the first initial knockdown, but he does need a bit more. Down to 26 HP.
Can he heal?
Almost clutches it out. But at the end of the day, he might also take out, has to start healing himself. Evil's Divine, though, not able to make it down and make it in time, as E-Arena, on the other hand, will be pressured by Attack All Around.
Everyone's almost in prime position to go into that final circle. The only team that's really struggling here is now E-Arena. They don't have a clear way to go in. King of Gamers is coming in from the bridge, but they do still have to worry about Attack All Around. I mean, they're positioning. They've got the building. It's an amazing place to be. They've got all these walls that they can really play with. And who is it in that southern eastern side of the map? That is Expand. Expand, I feel like this is actually going to be a pretty safe entrance into the circle because the wall is on the right side of Attack All Around. They don't really have a clear shot of Expand when they come in.
I mean, despite Expand not getting booyahs or a lot of kills, they have been very consistent in keeping that placement point.
Yeah.
It's just a very good outlook for this team. Cobra, 2 knockdowns at once, no confirmed elimination just yet. KOG getting pressure, Roy getting Osaka. As a KOG, they want to make it into the circle. Okay, Roro steals that one away. It's not going to be an easy entry though. E-Arena put Tede trying to walk his way in, gets tagged by the Riptide Rhythm. KOG out in 4th place, E-Arena out in 3rd. Now we are down to Attack All Around versus Expand. This is not going to be easy for Expand, but if they can pull this out, it will be a morale booster. Can they do it though? Too fast, with a couple of nades to work with. Just gonna try and take that low ground, skirt around the corners, anticipating the nades, avoid some of those utilities from Attack All Around, and giving Expand some time to kind of plan that next move, but they don't have much time. The blue zone has the circle has completely dissipated. Attack All Around have taken so much space.
Are they really gonna push?
The smoke screens keeping Expand in the dark. They do not know where the members of AAA are. They're tossing grenades. They're trying to flush AAA out. Roy will lead the charge. Charge Buster in hand. Glue Wall lay down as well. First contact against AAA. Glue Wall Melter also lobbed out. Expand. They are losing a lot of ground as AAA are pushing them from all angles. Expand. They need to take this fight right now. They need to accept AA's invitation to a Drew and try to win it out. Cobra, can he win this one? It seems like that's not possible. Too fast, stacks on the line. Fogi is running in, 24 HP, still survives. AAA completely shuts Expand down and gets the booyah for themselves.
I thought this was going to be an economy game because looking at the inventory for these teams going into that final circle, it was all on Expand. They were the ones that had all the glue walls. Yeah. It was literally Attack All Round.